Now, before we go, we have someone here to talk to us, Tayo Ogunse, Afrosport correspondent, to talk to us on the results of some of the games in CAF Champions League and Confederations League. Thank you for joining us, Tayo.
Thank you for it.
You know, looking at the results for Nigerian teams in both the CAF Champions League and Confederations League, the only team that, advanced to the group stage was Enyimba, who got lucky, qualifying through penalty shootout 3-2. What do you think of the result of both sides in the continental competitions?
Yeah, thank you for that question. Don't forget that there were 4 teams. You had Academy Warriors, as well as Enyimba in the CAF Confederation Cup, and Remo Stars and Enugu Rangers. Yes. These last 2 are already out, as you are aware. And for Nigeria, the challenge has always been getting to perform just like they used to do in the 60s, 70s, 80s. Nigeria used to dominate, but the same things have gone down a little. If you look at Enugu Rangers, one of the oldest clubs in Nigeria, but they do not have the kind of structure that is expected of a club that should be competing at that level.
Well, just as you rightly alluded to that, if you look at South African teams, they have about, I think, 4 clubs, qualified to the group stage. They have Sekokan qualified. They have Mamelodi Sundown qualified also. They also have Orlando Pirates. What do you think Nigerian clubs have to do to, get to the level that these other clubs, have gotten to?
Yeah. First, you ask, are clubs being run like a professional clubs? They are not. That has an obvious answer.
Yeah.
For most of the clubs, being owned by government does not really mean that they should sacrifice most of the standard that requires how a club should run. A club that doesn't have a run or have a board or doesn't hold a board meeting to determine or to know or to run a club like a business will find it difficult to exist where others are running their affairs in a professional manners. That has been the lot of the Nigerian clubs. And the draw, only Enyimba are there in the CAF Confederation Cup, and they will be facing, there are about 6 other North African countries. So they are more like sure of getting 2 clubs from maybe Egypt, maybe Zamalek, the defending champions, or even Constantine, who are from Tunisia. So it's going to be a little bit challenging. But if you look at the way our clubs are, the way they do things, it will be difficult for Nigerian club sides to make the mark. Because the danger is that we're having 4 representatives now. When the CAF 5 years coefficient kicks in, it depends on how your clubs perform. That's how you get the number of slots to participate in this CAF Confederation Cup and the Champions League.
Okay, so just before I let you go, the draw is going to be done next month. Do you think Enyimba has any chance? Because we don't know who they are going to meet, obviously. But do you think they have any chance to probably progress through the group stage at all if they meet an easier team? For any chances at all?
One of the major disadvantages is facilities. Enyimba are not playing in Aba. The last game they played was Uyo. That's the only certified playing pitch, stadium that is available for all the clubs in Nigeria. For that's a setback. So if you're playing your home game away from home, that means it will be difficult for you to get the kind of results you want, or your fans moving around to give you the kind of support you can get. So if they are pitched against teams like South Africa, or teams from South Africa, or teams from the northern part of Africa, it's going to be difficult because with the way things are, it will be difficult for them to. I'm not saying they might do well, but the chances of getting to the level, to the peak where they were then will be difficult.
Well, thank you, Tayo, for joining us. I wish them all the best, hopefully when the door is done.